What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Camping with Coleman. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman. Hope you guys are having a great day, man. Hope everyone's having a a positive, productive day, doing something with your lives. Today we're going to talk about Axial's new release and the controversy and all that stuff that's surrounding it, and I think it's great. We're going to go ahead and dive right on into it. What you're looking at right now is basically my desktop here, and we're going to go to Axial's website and just kind of dig into this. So unedited, raw, we're just going to do it like this. I was going to go live, but I wanted to try a different format and just see how it works out. So, and I just realized that my light's about to die, so you're probably going to lose the little tiny bit of light I do have on myself here any minute now. But what we're going to do is we're just going to dig into this. What you're seeing here, this is Axial's website. This is the home page. You want to scroll over to the third tab over. It's the What's New tab. Click on that. That's going to bring up this page right here. That took a minute. The AX90059. You want to click on that, and it's going to bring this up right here. Now, what you're seeing, this is the new SCX-10 2-Trail Honcho. I'm stoked on this personally, but we're not going to get into my opinion just yet. First thing we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and I'm just going to give a general sort of statement here. All right. I woke up this morning, I jumped on Facebook. As soon as I saw on the website that this was released, I started posting pictures of it and going crazy on it because I'm excited about it, right? But obviously in doing that, you start to get some feedback, and I always get a lot of comments on my post, and people like to just give their opinion, which is great. I like the opinions, but here's what I don't like. I don't like unnecessary negativity. I don't like unnecessary hatred, and I don't like people trying to bring other people down, right? It generates a weird complex. It pushes people back into the dark. People that may have been like excited and wanted to say they're excited are now like, oh, well, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to get hated on for it. So I just don't like the effect that it has on people and on the community as a whole. So what my goal is with this video, and just to go ahead and disclose this, nobody's paying me to do this video. Nobody asked me to do this video, okay? Axial didn't hit me up and say, hey, make a video on this. They literally haven't even mentioned to me that they released this. I got on their website this morning, I found it myself. So I just want to disclose that so everyone knows this isn't like them paying me to do this. I will also disclose I am biased. I am a pro Axial guy. I'm all about Axial. I enjoy their products, and I really enjoy the staff. They're great people, so I support them. They support me, and I will take an Axial over anything. So just let that be known before I get into this, so you do know I am biased, all right? Now, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say this. When I jump on Facebook or wherever and I see people, talking about crap quality, another Honcho, it's the same thing, there's nothing different, it's an SCX-10, whoop-de-whoop, whoop-whoop, I'm kind of like, why are you there? Most of the time that's I only post stuff about Axials and Axial groups, first off, or pro Axial groups. Second, or I post it on my own personal stuff, and I don't get the hatred. Now, if you don't like it, just be like, yeah, I'm not too impressed. I'll wait till something else comes out, right? That's fine. That's okay. Whatever. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not going to hate you for that. But just keep in mind, I don't ever, you don't see me hating on other vehicles, all right? I don't hate on other brands of vehicles, all right? And nobody tells me not to do that. I can do whatever I want. I can go hate on HPI if I want to, and no one's going to slap my wrist for it, okay? So that being said, I'm going to go out today, and we're going to not hate, but we're going to go ahead and draw up some comparisons here, okay? HPI, Traxxas, we'll say Traxxas. Traxxas, for instance. A lot of people complain about Axial having so many versions of the SCX-10, right? Just coming out with different, versions, reiterating the same product. Basically, in my opinion, though, it's called refinement. It's refining a product. But, a lot of people like to think it's the same thing over and over again. How many Traxxas slashes are there? How many versions of that? How many bodies, factory bodies, can you purchase for a Traxxas slash? I'll let you guys leave that in the comments. I'm sure somebody will figure it out. A lot, okay? How many versions of the Max trucks are there? T-Max, E-Max, X-Max, all that, the Max trucks, right? how many bodies are available for those trucks from the factory. Just throwing that out there. Now, let's go on to, say, the HPI trucks, okay? First off, HPI was there with the Crawler King back in the day, which was a reiteration of the Willie King. So, whoop, there you go. Yeah, not a very tough truck. Not going to hate on it. I've owned them, and I built them. You guys have seen that here on the channel. Not a very tough truck. I can break them very easily. Even built up, I can still break them. Even with all the upgrades available for them, I can still break them. So just, I wasn't a fan of it. That's why. You know, I don't know, say, I'm not going to go through bashing every company, but just go through it and look at any other company out there and just measure up what's available. How many options do they have available? How many trail trucks are available? How long have they been on the market? How many off-road upgrades or just performance upgrades in general are there available for that product? How's factory support for that product? All that stuff. Go through and just check all those things and then compare that to Axial's, you know, products and their support and their, you know, everything. Just compare that to Axial and what they offer, and you will see pretty quickly there's a reason why Axial is number one. Not like an opinionated number one, but they are number one when it comes to scale trail trucks. They sell more, they make more, they are tougher, they win more competitions. There's a reason why they're on top. Now, a lot of people will get on here and call me, you know, I'm not going to, you know, we got kids watching this, but a lot of people get on here and call me writers, you know what I mean, and say that, you know, whatever. Well, I clarified in the beginning, I'm pro-Axial. I'm biased towards Axial, so whatever, I don't really care. The point is, there's a reason why I'm biased towards Axial, okay? And those of you that watch Scale Wars or anything else, watch the original first versions of Scale Wars and all that stuff, you will know why that is. I have been a Axial guy since 2007. Okay, that's when I started my channel. That's when I bought my first Axial, and I've been pushing Axial ever since. Now I have bought other things. I've bought RC four-wheel drive trucks. I've bought Traxxas trucks. I've bought HPI trucks. I've bought all kinds of stuff, and I've played with other trucks. I've played with I put hours in on G-made trucks and you know, just random things, you know. Just I'm not going to go through, like I said, I'm not going to hate on everybody, but I've driven all of them, okay? I've been through all of them. I will say this, I have not driven, no, I have. I even drove the new Traxxas. I drove the new TRX4 as well. So I've driven them all. I've driven them all. I understand, you know, there are likable points to all of them. There's no such thing as a bad trail truck, all right? You can buy any one of them and have fun and go out and build that to be whatever it is that you want it to be, and I'm not going to hate you for that. I'm not going to talk down on you for that. I'm not going to make fun of you for that, okay? I might poke at you and say, oh, it's not an Axial, but that's because I like Axial. You can poke at me and be like, it's not a Traxxas, because you like Traxxas. That's okay. Now, you don't have to be mean, though. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to hate people, okay? It doesn't have to be a dividing line in the community. I can't stand when brand loyalty turns into hatred for other brands, okay? That's when I draw the line. You're going too far. So, me personally, I love Axial based off the simple fact that they are the most reliable truck I have been able to find in all of my years of doing this, which is 10 years on YouTube now, over 10 years on YouTube now. They're the most reliable truck I can find, and that's saying a lot because I push them, and I'm not talking about just how I drive them. A lot of people like to stack it up, and people tell me all the time, well, I've never broke my truck. Okay, well, that's fine. What kind of conditions do you put it in? Okay, well, you put it in the worst conditions ever. That's great. All right, how much does it weigh? That's where people fail, all right? And I'm not saying they fail like you have to have a heavy truck. No, you can build a lightweight truck. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people do. I prefer a heavy truck, so that's my thing. You might prefer a lightweight truck. There's nothing wrong with either or. However, when you build a heavy truck, you're going to induce more strain, more stress, more wear and tear on your vehicle than if you have a lightweight truck. That's just physics. That's just fact. It's not an opinion. It's not saying mine's better than yours. I'm just saying that if you build a truck that weighs 15 pounds and put it through the same trails, the same abuse, the same voltage and power and all that stuff as a truck that's 8 pounds, the truck that weighs 15 pounds is going to endure more stress. And that's just what it is, all right? So that being said, I have done that on multiple brands, multiple, versions of trucks, multiple releases on all kinds of stuff, and I have found that Axial's trucks hold up to the weight and the abuse and the power that I put through them better than others. And that's just my personal experience, okay? Your experience may be different. I'm not saying that it has to be what mine is, but I really want to go ahead and clarify that for people so people understand where I stand on this, why I am as passionate as I am about it, why I say the things I say, and why it kind of frustrates me. And I might fire back sometimes at people when they just start unnecessarily hating on Axial because they don't agree with the design choice or whatever it may be. That being said, all right, you know how I feel about it. And another thing to just say real quick is keep in mind that they have a phenomenal marketing team. Their global marketer, Rodney Wills, is next to none. That guy he's a god when it comes to marketing. He's been around for a while. He's worked for some pretty amazing companies, and his accomplishments they're unmatched by many. So that being said, I think him and his analytical data, I think he knows what he's doing a little bit more than you, your friends, or me, and anybody else here on the internet that's giving an opinion. So that being said, let's go ahead and actually look at the truck. I just had to get my rant out of the way and let you guys know how I feel about it. Some of you may disagree. Let's move on. So this is the SEX102 Trail Honcho. It's a great looking rig. It's literally the same body as the original Trail Honcho, but in a different color, different graphics, and with a slightly upgraded bed. It also comes with all the new stuff from the SEX102, the new generation. So it's got the AE5L ESC and the lights and all that cool stuff, the AR44 axles. But here, let's get into the good stuff. For those of you that are into the technicals, sorry, I got like heartburn right now. For those of you that are into the technicals here, Rodney actually took this out to Redonda Ridge, the OHV Trail 1W17. He took it on almost just shy of a 10-mile hike here. Average speed, he says, is 1.9 miles per hour. It took him 10.5 hours to do it, and the difficulty he put strenuous. So it was hardcore. And he took it and he went and hiked this trail out in the mountains of Big Bear, California, and basically dominated it, and he documented the whole thing. And here's the video on it. Now, I'm not going to play this whole video because I don't want to take away from Axial's views or cause them any issues.
Good morning,
or cause
it's Wednesday,
myself
October 2017.
Let's go ahead and mute that. But basically, he just goes through and really talks about the trail, the truck, and he just goes out and has a fun time with it, man. And he drives this thing literally this entire trail.
And have a different
We'll just get through some of it. You get to really see the truck in action.
It was a 3-day mission.
3-day mission, it says. Look at that. I mean, just awesome terrain. Gets it wet. Hill climbing, rock crawling, downhill. I mean, just the whole thing. And he really goes through. It's a really great video, and I wish I could have been there myself, honestly. This just looks like fun. Makes me want to go out and do something like this. You can see those falcons really grabbing right there. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing because I don't want to take away from their views, obviously, but I really highly recommend you guys go check out Axial Racing's YouTube channel, AX90059 SEX10 Trail Honcho, or SEX102 Trail Honcho, the hike across Redonda Ridge video. It's just awesome video. Great way to just sit down, and start your morning, or even kill your day. I guess it's already the afternoon now. Some awesome shots, but let's get into the goods here. Here's the new AR44 single-piece axle. Yes, I said new. It is a second generation of the AR44. Everything's molded in on this. There is no more, multi-piece axle stuff going on here. This is a one-piece axle. It has trusses integrated now, and this is a big deal. I want to go ahead and zoom in on this. Look at that upper truss here, and it's all molded in. It's not a bolt-on truss or anything. It's a molded-in truss. That is awesome. Now, on the other side of it, you can see it's got ridges here going in for, stability or rigidity, on the output shaft, or input shaft, I should say, for the pinion gear. It's got, no more, the lockouts are all one piece. And then when you go to the front axle, we'll talk about that later, you also don't have C-hubs anymore. They're all integrated, so all you'll have is steering knuckles. This is awesome. CNC cut pinion gears. These are all helical cut, so there's massive footprint there. They're really going to bite. This is a big deal, though. The single unit rear single unit ring gear and locker. Basically, people were having issues with the 3 screws breaking that were in the original version. I'm guessing most likely from repetitive impact into rock. Usually shock is what does these things in, not binding so much or pressure. Here you can see it under the rig. It looks great. There are some plastic links, and we'll discuss that as well. Here's another look at the chassis, just the roller here. It looks great. I love the new Falcons, love the new method holes. Basically, though, if you look here, you can see those links. These are more like, oops, I really just got wild there, didn't I? Oh, there we go. So these are more like trailing arms than links. The lower ones in the rear, more like trailing arms, which is basically, for those of you that remember the original Trail Honcho, it had plastic links, uppers and lowers, and the rear lowers would just collapse like jello, man, like licorice, under any stress at all. And these look to be reinforced, kind of like what you would find on the Yeti or something of that nature. It's a trailing arm design, which is way better. I have a feeling it's going to be tough. And I think what they're trying to do is see how tough they can make these plastic pieces through design, and they're doing a good job. Now here, this is a downfall, I believe, but there's a reason for it. The AX10 transmission, they went back to the plastic gears in this transmission, and the reason they did that is to lower the price point on this, and that's something that a lot of people are failing to realize. They're complaining about things. Oh wait, they took away this, they took away that. Like, Axial, if they wanted, they could release a all-metal hard body vehicle just like anybody else could do. There's a reason why they don't, all right? It's unnecessary, and people prefer to upgrade. They like to upgrade their vehicles. So there's no reason to, if you offer it already upgraded and complete out of the box with all the scale detail, all the stuff, everything's done, what do you do at that point? You can weld on some exo cage or something, change the paint color. Like, what's the point? Like, there's no point in that. That takes away from the aftermarket, and takes money out of hardworking people's pockets. There's no point in doing that. So what they do is they give you a lower price point, allow you to get into the truck and have some fun with it for a cheaper price. And then when you finally do break something, which does usually take a little while, the upgrades are available, and the aftermarket can still thrive, and these mom and pop shops that are designing these things can really make some money, and feed their families, and we can start to see our economy as a whole do better right here in the RC industry. So I think that people need to really take a step back and think about what they're complaining about, and how that complaint really doesn't mean a whole lot when you look at the grand scheme of things. You want all metal gears? Buy a set. You know what it costs to buy this? Look at this. AX31585. $7 right there. Boom. You get both of those plastic gears replaced with metal gears for $7. Throw that in with the purchase, and you still have a awesome vehicle for, you can get your battery and your charger, everything, and you're still under $400. I mean, you're under $350 if you do it right. So you guys, really think about your complaining, and think about, is that necessary, and what good is it going to do to complain on that level anyways? Are you just being negative, or do you have a valid point? Here we go. The final drive ratio is 42. Original SCX10 was 33.06. 22 metal drive gear, plastic idler gear, plastic lower gear. Optional upgrade is $7. We just talked about that. Scale looks silver color, looks like cast aluminum. That's that new transmission. It's really cool. Better mounting points at the base of the transmission. No more strip screws. Now, let's move on down here. That front bumper, that's the original front bumper. It doesn't look like they made any changes there, and I don't see why they would. Let's see. Lights included, you get the 2 whites, the 2 reds, 85L ESC. This is the same one that comes in the CRC edition Jeep. It's a great ESC. There's really nothing wrong with it at all. It's a brushed ESC, works for LiPo and nickel metal hydride. It has awesome drag brake. Yeah, it's just a good ESC. It'll last you quite a while usually. So yeah, let's keep on going. Here's some shots of it. Those Wild Peaks are looking awesome. Personally, I think they're a phenomenal tire. I'm really, really excited that Axial came out with these. I look forward to pushing them to the limits and seeing what I can do with those tires. The 1.9 method whole wheels, those are great. Personally, I do wish that they would have came out with a bead lock from the factory, but like I said, this is the budget vehicle. This is the entry level, you know, RTR type vehicle. This is to get you in at a low price point, so they're not going to give you all those crazy factory upgrades right out of the box and then still sell it to you at $300. So here we go, chassis mounted servo, but look at the front link here. That's something that's awesome. It says scale matters, but so does geometry. In pursuit of scale looks, we've moved the servo off the top of the axle and onto the chassis. We already knew that for the SCX-10-2, just as a full-size truck has its steering box located on the frame. The front suspension design also helps eliminate bump steer as much as possible for the best driving experience. Now you get scale looks with proper suspension geometry. Adjustable servo mounting system allows for a wide range of servos to be used, so you can, you know, not all servos are the same size, and properly designed suspension for nearly zero bump steer. But what I really like is this. Look at the scale front link now. That's a real scale front link. It looks really good. I like it. It almost looks like a hydro assist type link. I like that. It just looks good. Let's keep it moving. Same old shock, same old wild boars. You guys are used to that. Adjustable battery tray is great. You can put a lot of different battery sizes in there. Same old receiver box and same old frame rails basically. They're tried and true. If it's not broke, don't fix it. 35 turn motor, Tactic TSX45 servo. It's 151 ounce inches. Me personally, I can't stand that servo. I don't think it's very strong, and as soon as you add any weight to it, it just dies out. So first thing I do is I get rid of that. It's water resistant too, which means that it's not waterproof. So I get rid of that right away. I go to my Holmes Hobby servos. And then this radio I get rid of right away too, and I go to a better servo. The one I'm liking right now is the new Sanwa MT44, and you know, I'm a fan of that. I'm hoping to come out with a 6-channel one here eventually, but yeah, I'm a fan of that. So that being said, that's it, man. They got a bunch of high resolution pictures you can download if you're into, you know, those photos and you want to share them yourself. There's also some videos you can watch down here to help you with the binding processes and all that stuff. But you guys really, you know, I want to hear your comments in the comment section below. I want to see like a discussion going on. I want people to really give their opinion on this. Alright you guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys have a good, positive, productive day. Go out, do something good, make the world a better place. Anyways, you know what it is, man. I'll see you on the trails. Peace and chicken grease, fam. Yeah.